Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to solve the packet tracer activity from chapter 17 CCNA1 version 7 Introduction to Networks. This chapter is about building a small LAN or small network and troubleshooting also a small network. And in this task we have got this topology, a small network, and we will troubleshoot this network. Our goal is to make all the devices able to ping each other, and it's about troubleshooting challenge 17.8.3. Let's see what is the objectives. So here we have only one objective, is troubleshooting common issues in a LAN or local area network. Where is the background or what is the scenario? After an update to the network, some devices were misconfigured. You must correct the configurations and verify that all PCs can access the web server. So here we have PCs, and we will verify that all PCs can access the web server, which is in another LAN, in a remote LAN. In addition, all PCs should be able to access R1 using SSH. Okay, so we need to configure or troubleshoot also SSH. You should verify connectivity for both IB version 4 and IB version 6, except all for the switches. So here we have the IP addressing table. So this is, as you know, from the network documentations and troubleshooting, as we mentioned in the chapter last week. So when we have to do a troubleshoot or to do troubleshooting in a network, we should refer to the documentation, specifically to the addressing table. And after you modify or you do the troubleshooting, you should also document what you did in the network. So documentation in troubleshooting is very important. You have to refer to it. So let's see what are the instructions. First, router R1 and all the switches have been pre-configured with the following. So enable as password for the enable, we have this password. For the console, we have also this password, and we have username and password for the SSH, and here we have information about the departments. Okay, so first of all, when we would like to do troubleshooting, there are two ways. The first one, you start from the router and then you go down to switches and then to the PCs, or from the PCs and then move forward to the switches and then move forward to troubleshoot the router. It depends on you, or it depends on the situation. If only one PC has a problem, so I think it's much better to start from the PC itself. But if all the network suffers from lack of services, so you start from R1. In this scenario, I will start from the PCs and then I will move forward to the switches and then I will move forward to configure or to troubleshoot the router. So we are responsible here in this LAN. So we have to do our troubleshooting only in this LAN. So including PCs, switches, and router. So we don't have any to do anything here in the server or on the main router, because this is out of the LAN. This is the small LAN, and our job will be only focusing, or we will going to work only here in this segment. So let's now start the troubleshooting. We will start from the PCs. So let's go and check the IT. Let's see here what we have got. So let's check the IP address 172. Okay, this is not correct, so we need to copy it. So by the way, I also downloaded the PDF file from the course material, and I open it with Microsoft Word so I can edit it, copy and paste on it very easy. So paste it here, and also I have to check the subnet mask, and it's 26, so 2 bits, 100, yes, so this is correct. Okay, what is else? You can see here the default gateway is also not correct. Let's check the IP version 6. This is IP version 6. It's correct. The link local address is also correct, and the default gateway is also correct. So it's okay. We have done with this PC. I'm checking my progressing as well at the same time. Move forward to the marketing PC, and it is here. We can see the IP version 4. It is the same. Good or correct subnet mask. Default gateway, it's also correct. IP version 6, it's also correct. Link local address is also correct. The default gateway is also correct. So we don't have any problem with this. Let's check the last PC R&D. As you can see here, the IP address is correct. The subnet mask is now 128, so 1 bit, so this is 25, so it's correct also. The default gateway for IP version 4 is also correct. For IP version 6, we can see here it's not correct. So let's copy this, put it here, and the link local address, it's correct. The default gateway is also correct. So we finished with this. Meanwhile, I'm checking my progressing. Okay, let's move forward and check the switches. So we need a password here and a password for the console, because now we are logging through a console. We can do something like this as well. Because I'm logging through a console, and I need a password, and the password for the console is Cisco CONPA55. So I logged in to the console, and now I have to type enable, and enable password is Cisco ENPA55. Now I logged in, and the first thing that I have to do when I am doing troubleshooting, I type show running configuration, and let's go and check the IP addresses for S1. You can see here the VLAN, interface VLAN, and let's check the IP address. For VLAN 1, 172.16.161. This is correct. And the default gateway 172.16.1 also, it's also correct. So in S1 everything is correct. Let's move forward to S2. In this case, I'm using this terminal directly. So Cisco enable, and then Cisco ENPA55. I logged in successfully, and then show running configuration as well. Let's check the IP addresses for the VLAN. it's S2, so 172.16.120, yes, it's correct. And here you can see for S2 the subnet mask is not correct because it's 26, so it means 192, not 100, no, 224. So we need to correct this one. I wrote it down. The IP default gateway is correct. So we only need here to modify the subnet mask for the VLAN 1. Let's do this. Configure terminal interface VLAN 1 IP address. Then I can copy from here directly. It's 255.255.255, and I have 26, so 2 bits from the last digit, so 192. Exit, one more exit, and copy running configuration, start our configuration. We have done with S2. Let's move forward and check S3 as well. One more thing, Cisco PA55 enable. The password for the console is also Cisco ENPA55. Show running configuration. The first command that I use when I do troubleshooting is show running configuration. And it's S3 now. And let's check the IP address. It's correct. Subnet mask is also correct. The IP default gateway is also correct. So we don't need to do anything here. Okay, let's move forward and let's check now the router. We need a password for the console, which is this one. Cisco EN CONPA55 enable Cisco ENPA55, the password for the enable, and show running configuration. Let's check the IP addresses. So for gigabit Ethernet 00, the router name is okay. So we have gigabit Ethernet 00. Let's check the IP address 172.16.162. It's correct. Subnet mask is also correct. And the IP version 6 is correct. Link local address is also correct. So gigabit Ethernet 00 is fine. Let's move forward to gigabit Ethernet 01. The IP version 6, the IP version 4, as you can see, it's not the same. So here we need to fix this one. Subnet mask is the same. IP version 6 is also correct. Okay, gigabit Ethernet 0. So I wrote down that I have to modify this IP version 4 for the interface gigabit Ethernet 01. So I usually do it in this way. I wrote them down, I will modify them, and then I come back to check them all at once. So I will save some time. So the first point, I have to modify this IP address. Let's move forward. Let's gigabit Ethernet 02. It's the same. With subnet mask is also the same. IP version 6. It's also the same. Link local address is also the same. So gigabit Ethernet 02 is totally fine. Interface serial 000 is not set, and is not set in the table as well, so we don't need to take care of it. Enter serial 001, and here we can see here 10002. It's okay. With subnet mask, it's also okay because 252 it means 30 bits, and link local address is also the same, and IP version 6 is also the same. So we need till now only to modify the gigabit Ethernet 01. Let's now check the SSH as it's required from us. So here what we have to check, you can see here this is telnet, not SSH. Okay, let's do this. Let's do now the modification, configure terminal. Interface gigabit Ethernet 02, 01, sorry. And we have IP address with subnet mask 255, 255, 255, 192. And let's move forward and check the SSH. We need to set the username and password to be like this, because yes, we can check it from the show running configuration, but we do have no way to check if, because it's encrypted, so we cannot see if it was set in a good way or not. So we will write them again. So username, we have to exit interface configuration, username admin1, secret admin1 PA55, and then line DTY04 transport input SSH. As you can see here, now we have reached the 100%. So we have done all the required steps. So you can see we will try now to ping from IT the web. As you can see, it's working. The first one is missed because this is the first ping and it's required for establishing the IRP and the tables. So if we will do it again, we will have it successfully for all the 4 ICMP messages. We can check here also. Can reach the web server? Yes, we can. We can check it here as well. It's also okay. And so let's try to ping the PCs. And now I will try to ping IP version 6. And so you can see it's also fine. And I will try also to ping the IP version 6. of the web server. As you can see, it's also reachable. So this is the end of this video. Please try to solve it, or try to do the troubleshoot by yourself, and if you have any question or questions, please feel free to bring them to the lab.